Do you see my face? Yeah. Well, she hit me, if anything. It was an attack.
Did you touch her first time you leaving?
I'm not going to say that, no.
No, you're not going to say that, but the thing is, unfortunately, I have witnesses today that you did punch the flight attendant.
And I have other witnesses also.
Not as you're walking out.
No, I haven't been able to go anywhere from this position.
Right, because I have to stop and have to talk to everybody.
So how am I supposed to have witnesses if I can't even leave this position?
On May 23rd, 2023, a passenger was arrested at a Florida airport after an alleged battery on a flight attendant. 2 people left with marks on their faces. Only 1 left in handcuffs.
Yeah, the fact that right now the officers are...
Can you hand it to the lady who asked her to leave and understand why she asked her to leave?
Would you explain?
No, don't speak over the phone. It's not a recorded line. Sorry.
No.
I spoke to her while she was leaving.
No.
So what you're doing
It'll be in the police report. Hang it up.
Okay, please. Ma'am, please, come over here. Ma'am, listen to me. Right now I'm in the middle of an investigation. And I need you to stay over here, please.
I'm right here.
Listen to me. Please follow my directions. Please follow my directions. Stay right here. Okay. Who is it that? Alright. So please tell me what happened.
So, during the boarding process, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. I was speaking to, telling a young lady to put her bag under the seat in front of her, right? And she said, her little bag? Really? I said, yes, ma'am, it's the rules, right? So she told the lady put the bag under the seat. She's been on her phone. I told her countless times, do you mind ending your conversation? The boarding door is closed now, because now I spoke to her 3 times.
So the doors had already closed?
Now the door is closed. I'm about to do my demo. She's still on the phone. So I said to her, ma'am, do you mind ending your call?
Okay.
She gave me attitude and she cursed at me. So I was like, okay. So I came back up to say tell the lead flight attendant what happened. I said, it's the same lady I've been having issues with the entire boarding process. So they called for a CRO. CRO came. When she was coming off the plane, she said, you fucking bitch, and punched me in my face.
She punched you in the face? Show me where?
In my face.
No, I understand it, but can you please show me? No, as in...
Like that.
Your face. Where?
In my face.
I understand, but where in your face? On the face? Right in the nose, you were saying?
She punched me in my face.
She punched you in the face? Is we anyone here witness that? Just out of curiosity? You did? You did see what happened?
I didn't see exactly what she did, but she pulled off the airplane. She said, fuck you, bitch, and started striking.
Well, I need to get witness statements, okay, and a victim statement from you. And I need everyone to fill this out, okay. So this is going to take a little while, okay. All right, ma'am.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out who's going to bail me out if you're going to take me in. So can I do that, please?
Well, ma'am, I need you to do that real quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
you hear that, Ben? You hear that,
they'll still allow you to call from the jail. So do me a favor, Cam, please put your items in your purse. All right, please put the phone in the purse. All right, now tell me what happened.
What happened was I was on a flight earlier from DC over here to Florida. This is my connecting flight to go back home to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And on the connecting flight from DC over here, the same flight attendant was on that previous flight.
Okay.
And she was already giving me a problem because she was like talking to another flight attendant in the back. and she was already giving me an issue. I had no issue. And then now she was on this flight also, and there was animosity there already. I had no problem with this person whatsoever. So that animosity and that previous preconceived notion of me was already there. Now, then she told whatever to the flight attendant or
The young lady right here.
to the flight attendant or this flight person, and this is actually the person who helped me on this flight, who helped me figure out my ticket on this flight. So when she was coming to me and telling me to get off of the flight because of the flight attendant and I was some danger, I was like, what? Like, I was super confused. And then everybody in my section was like, just be quiet, don't say anything, like, you're good. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good, I think I'm good. And then she comes up to me all of a sudden and she tells me like, hey, you have to get off the flight. And I'm like for what reason? And she couldn't give me a reason. And I'm like, okay. So I start to get off and I'm like, are you at least going to give me another flight? And she said yes, and that was that. But then as I was getting off, she's like, I don't even know her name, but the girl right there, she was like looking at me and I'm like, what is happening? Like, I have no idea. Like, I have no idea what motivated her to go to whatever her name is to get me off of that flight. And that's all.
Alright. But you did what as you got off the plane?
I didn't do anything.
Ma'am.
I didn't do anything. I'm sorry.
What's your name?
I'm sorry. My name is Soto.
Soto. Did you ever hit her?
No.
Push her?
Do you see my face? Yeah. Well, she hit me, if anything. It was an attack.
Did you touch her first when you leave?
I'm not going to say that, no.
No, you're not going to say that. But the thing is, unfortunately, I have witnesses today that you did punch the flight attendant.
And I have other witnesses also.
Not as you're walking out.
No, I haven't been able to go anywhere from this position.
Right, because
so
I have to stop and have to
so
talk to
how am I
everybody.
supposed to have witnesses if I can't even leave this position?
It occurred out here.
You have your bracelet?
Yes, I do.
Drop your bag.
All right, please put your bag down.
You don't have to handcuff me.
Yes, ma'am, we do. It's policy.
Drop your bag.
It's policy.
Can I
ask you one more time.
Can I please?
I'm gonna ask you one more
Can
time.
I please put phone numbers on a paper?
You tell me and I can write them. That's why I have a pen and paper, okay? I'm gonna take your phone. All this goes in the bag.
I'll give you an option. You want me to do the paper and you run it? No.
If you want to do the paper over, I'll be happy to.
Okay. You have her ID and stuff?
I haven't even gone that far. Where's your ID, ma'am?
It's not even in there.
Where is it? Where's your ID?
I don't have an ID.
You don't have a driver's license? You don't have...
We'll take her. I'll take it to the front.
Yeah, it's in here.
It's in here.
Yeah, Berman's taking...
I'll take it to the car.
I'm riding her and then Berman's taking the paper.
Okay.
You get me nervous. Alright, come on, we gotta pulse you down. Make sure you don't have anything on you. Just stand right here. Just turn around that way and let people see you. Okay, lean forward. Some of these things have pockets on them. Alright, spread your legs for me. I'm gonna start taking off your jewelry, okay? Wow. Alright, let me get a bag, alright? She's got a lot of jewelry.
Please be careful because they're new, okay?
The what? What's new?
The piercings.
Oh, okay.
And that's okay. You could take them off, but please be careful.
All right.
Thank you.
Did she give them a hard time? Coughing or
No,
anything?
I didn't.
Okay. Should I let her take her own things or what?
Honestly,
You wanna take them out?
please. Shouldn't even be in cuffs right now. If you want to arrest me, it's okay.
All right, but I need you to take everything, the
That's
chain,
fine.
everything,
No
everything.
problem. No problem. It's just tight as fuck. If I have a problem with my nails, you can help me, right?
I'll try.
Thank you. Are you not arresting me? Are you not the guy who's arresting me?
Nah, I'm just the one who moved you from point A to point B.
Oh, that's crazy.
You can just lean on the car right here.
Can I go in the car? Can I go inside?
How are you going to get you in the car? I mean, you don't have a car right now. The guy's car you going in is not here.
You have like 1,000 cop cars here. How can you not put me in your car?
This car is my car.
You're not the one who's arresting me though. Can you put me in the car?
Where's his car? Is it unlocked?
Like any car and then transfer me. I'm just gonna stand out here like what the that's not cool.
Come on. Right over there. Go ahead. Come on.
The charge, Florida Statute 784.03, simple battery, intentionally striking another person against their will, first-degree misdemeanor, up to 1 year in county jail. Flight attendant Cairo told the officer that Miss Soto punched her in the nose while exiting the aircraft. That account, if corroborated, satisfies every element of the statute. Ms. Soto denied it and pointed to marks on her own face. Both accounts cannot be true. The officer built an evidentiary record before making the call. That discipline matters. Before any arrest, the officer collected a victim statement, a partial witness statement, and written documentation from multiple parties. Evidence-first arrests survive legal challenge. Reactive ones often do not. On the removal from the aircraft under Title 49, United States Code, Section 44-902. Airlines hold broad statutory authority to remove passengers they deem a safety concern. No court order required. No detailed explanation owed to the passenger. Law enforcement at the gate had no authority to override that decision. This is federal aviation law, not local discretion. Fourth Amendment. Under Terry v. Ohio, 1968. An investigative detention requires reasonable, articulable suspicion. The officer had that the moment Cairo gave her account. Detention was lawful from the start. Probable cause for custodial arrest came from corroboration. A witness confirmed the verbal outburst. Cairo identified a specific strike to a specific location. That combination cleared the constitutional threshold. Ms. Soto objected to the handcuffs. Under Graham v. Connor, 1989, the reasonableness of restraint is judged from the officer's position at the scene. A battery allegation in a crowded airport justifies it. Here is the biggest legal vulnerability in this footage. The officer questioned Ms. Soto at length before any Miranda warning is audible. Ms. Soto described the full two-flight conflict, denied the assault, and detailed her relationship with Cairo. Miranda versus Arizona, 1966. Once a person is in custody and subject to interrogation, the Fifth Amendment requires advisement of rights. Custody begins when a reasonable person would not feel free to leave. Not at formal arrest. Ms. Soto was directed to stay and was questioned. She was not free to leave. That is custody. Every statement she made before any warning may be suppressible in court. The physical evidence and witness testimony remain independent of any suppressed statements. The case does not collapse. But this hands the defense a clean Fifth Amendment argument before the prosecution opens its file. The pat-down search was lawful. Under United States v. Robinson, 1973, a full search incident to a lawful custodial arrest requires no warrant and no separate justification. Gratis, the lead officer receives a B+, disciplined investigative sequence, controlled scene, professional tone throughout. The arrest decision was legally grounded in corroborated probable cause. The deduction is the Miranda failure. 11 minutes of footage with no audible warning before custodial questioning. This is not a technicality. It is a Fifth Amendment obligation she did not visibly meet. Ms. Soto receives a C+. She did not resist physically, cooperated with the search, and raised a legitimate counter-allegation. The alleged conduct, if proven, is still straightforward battery. She kept talking without invoking her right to silence. Detailed statements. No attorney present. Her willingness to explain herself cooperatively put her legal defense at a serious disadvantage. The counter-allegation that Cairo struck first deserved formal documentation photographs of both faces. A cross-complaint notation in the report. That step was missing. Gaps in the record become reasonable doubt. Lessons from this footage. Miranda does not wait for handcuffs. The obligation begins the moment detention becomes custodial. Waiting for the formal arrest to give the warning is already a constitutional violation in progress. When both parties claim injury, both sides need documentation. A one-sided evidentiary record in a two-sided incident is an incomplete investigation. That incompleteness follows the case into court. Federal Aviation Removal Authority is settled law. Passengers who believe they were wrongly removed have civil remedies. Demanding on-site law enforcement intervention at the gate is not one of them. The case outcome is unknown at the time of this analysis. If battery charges were filed, they stand or fall on witness credibility and whether the court suppresses Ms. Soto's statements. The footage alone does not resolve either question. Let us know if there is an interaction or a legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and check out our second channel, Street Bodycam. For more police interaction and courtroom content,